Welcome to English Fluency Tips. Today, I'm excited to share an inspiring story about a young girl named Zoe who dreams of becoming a dancer. This tale will take you through her journey filled with courage, friendship, and the pursuit of her dreams. So sit back and immerse yourself in this story. In a vibrant city filled with dazzling lights and the constant hum of activity, a young girl named Zoe lived in a small, cozy apartment with her loving parents. The walls were adorned with pictures of her favorite dancers, each capturing moments of grace and passion. Every night after finishing her homework, Zoe would sneak into her living room, turn on the music, and dance in front of the mirror. With each twirl and leap, she felt a rush of joy and freedom, dreaming of becoming a world-famous dancer, performing on grand stages with thousands of cheering fans. Yet beneath that dream lay a heavy obstacle, her own fear of failure. Zoe often found herself watching dance competitions on television, her heart racing as she imagined herself dancing like the stars she saw, their movements flawless and captivating. But as she looked around her small apartment, reality would often pull her back down. The lack of formal dance training and resources loomed over her like a dark cloud, casting doubt on her dreams. She felt trapped in her own world, yearning to express herself but paralyzed by the fear of taking that leap into the unknown. One evening, while scrolling through social media, something caught her eye. An advertisement for a local dance competition flashed across her screen, the theme boldly declaring, "Chase your dreams." Excitement bubbled within her, igniting a spark of hope. The winner would receive a scholarship to a prestigious dance academy. Her heart raced with excitement, but just as quickly, doubt crept in like a shadow. "What if I'm not good enough?" she whispered to herself, the words echoing in her mind. After a restless night filled with tossing and turning, Zoe woke up determined. The morning sun streamed through her window, casting a warm glow that seemed to inspire her. She decided to enter the competition, convincing herself that even if she didn't win, she would gain invaluable experience and confidence. With newfound determination, she grabbed her journal and wrote down her goals: to practice every day, to be brave, and to learn from her mistakes. When Zoe shared her aspirations with her parents, they noticed the fire in her eyes. "We believe in you, Zoe," her mother said, her voice filled with encouragement. "Let's support your dream." With their help, Zoe enrolled in dance classes, and as she stepped into the studio for the first time, she felt a spark of hope flickering inside her. With each class, she learned new techniques and met friends who shared her passion. Laughter filled the air as they danced together, their joy infectious. As the weeks went by, Zoe dedicated herself to her training with unwavering focus. She practiced every day, pouring her heart and soul into every movement. Each leap and spin felt like a step closer to her dream. However, the journey was not without challenges. Blisters formed on her feet, exhaustion weighed her down, and moments of self-doubt crept in like unwelcome guests. Yet every time she stumbled, she reminded herself of her goal, the dream that fueled her passion. One day, during a particularly grueling rehearsal, Zoe felt as if she was on the verge of giving up. As she sat on the floor, catching her breath, an elderly dance instructor named Mr. Liu noticed her struggle. His eyes were wise, filled with a depth of experience. He approached her and shared his own story of perseverance, recounting the times he faced rejection and disappointment. "Every dancer has faced challenges, Zoe. It's the ones who keep going that find success," he said, his voice steady and reassuring. His words washed over her like a balm, reigniting her motivation. With a grateful smile, Zoe returned to practice, her spirit renewed. As the competition day drew closer, Zoe faced yet another challenge. She needed to create a unique routine that truly showcased her personality and style. Under Mr. Liu's guidance, she began experimenting with different movements and music, trying to find the perfect combination that expressed who she was. Each rehearsal brought new discoveries, but it also stirred up her fears. The night before the competition, nerves hit her hard. Lying in bed, she felt anxiety swirling in her mind like a storm. What if I forget my moves? What if I fall on stage? The what ifs haunted her. Just then, she remembered the supportive friends she had made during her dance classes. They had all agreed to come and cheer for each other, and their encouraging messages flooded her thoughts, reminding her she wasn't alone in this journey. Determined to focus on her passion rather than fear, Zoe decided to visualize herself dancing confidently on stage. She closed her eyes and imagined the lights, the music, and the applause, letting the excitement wash away her worries. As she pictured herself soaring through her routine, a wave of calm enveloped her, and for the first time that night, she felt at peace. Finally, competition day arrived, and the auditorium buzzed with energy. The air was thick with anticipation, and Zoe's heart raced as she saw other talented dancers backstage, each preparing for their moment in the spotlight. She took a deep breath, reminding herself that this was a celebration of dance, not just a competition. When it was finally her turn, Zoe stepped onto the stage, the spotlight illuminating her like a shining star. The music started, and she moved gracefully, her heart and soul pouring into every step. With each pirouette and grand jeté, she felt a sense of liberation, as if the weight of her fears had melted away. The audience was captivated, their eyes glued to her as she showcased her unique style. But halfway through her routine, disaster struck. She stumbled, her foot catching on the floor, and for a brief moment, panic surged through her. Time seemed to freeze as she the urge to freeze in place. Instead of letting the mistake defeat her, she quickly regained her balance, incorporating the stumble into her movements and continued dancing with even more passion. The audience gasped, then erupted into cheers, their encouragement filling her with newfound strength. In that moment, Zoe realized that it wasn't about perfection. It was about the courage to keep moving forward, no matter the circumstances. After her performance, Zoe was filled with an overwhelming sense of joy and relief. Regardless of the outcome, she had faced her fears and danced from her heart. The judges announced the winners, and while Zoe didn't take home the trophy, she received a standing ovation from the audience, including her friends who cheered the loudest, their pride evident in their smiles. After the competition, Mr. Liu approached her, his face glowing with admiration. "Zoe, you danced beautifully. You have a bright future ahead. Remember, every step you take is part of your journey," he said, his words wrapping around her like a warm hug. In that moment, Zoe realized that the experience had changed her profoundly. She had faced her fears, embraced her passion, and connected with others who shared her dreams. The true victory was not in the trophy, but in the courage she discovered within herself and the friendships she had formed along the way. As she walked home that evening, Zoe smiled, feeling a sense of accomplishment. The lights of the city twinkled like stars, and she knew that chasing her dreams was a journey filled with challenges and triumphs. In that journey, she found not only her love for dance, but also the invaluable support of friends and mentors who believed in her. Chasing your dreams requires courage and perseverance. Embrace your journey, learn from your mistakes, and remember that every step forward, no matter how small, each step forward is a victory in itself. Thank you for listening to this story on English Fluency Tips. We hope it inspires you to chase your dreams and believe in yourself. Every dreamer, like Zoe, faces moments of doubt and fear, but it's in those moments when we find our true strength. Remember, believing in yourself doesn't mean being perfect or never making mistakes. It's about picking yourself up after every fall, learning from each stumble and growing stronger with every challenge. No journey toward a dream is easy, but it's always worth it. You're capable of achieving so much more than you ever imagined. Surround yourself with people who lift you up, but most importantly, never stop believing in yourself. We're excited to continue this journey with you. Until next time, keep believing, keep chasing, and always remember, every small victory counts.